All right, good afternoon, everybody. We're here with another segment of Cooking with Grandma Tanner, and today's recipe is apple raisin French toast strata. And I don't think there was a picture of the recipe, so we'll get that taken after Grandma gets done cooking. So take it away, Grandma.
Yes, so our bakery has just beautiful breads, and I chose this apple cider raisin bread. And what you do with it, you slice it and then cube it. And I did spray this casserole with a canola spray, which I think I spray everything because it's so much easier to clean up. So be sure to do that. Okay, I cubed this ahead of time. I took half of the loaf and cubed it. And you just put it in there like that. And then you put the, I had 8 ounces of cream cheese. And that's a little challenge to get that all cubed up. So you put that on top. Just kind of all over, because it'll melt down in there. It'll make it really, really good. So you put this all in there. Little cubes of Philadelphia cream cheese. Or you can use the off-brand. It don't make any difference.
I think cream cheese is cream cheese.
Yeah, just has a different brand. Okay, we put this, scatter this all around this casserole dish. This is a wonderful dish for, like, if you're going to have guests, because you can refrigerate this 2 to 24 hours after you make it.
So that would cut down on last minute stress. You can get it done the day before and throw it in the fridge and don't have to worry about it.
Or if you got college kids coming home for the weekend, they want a good home-cooked breakfast, this would be it. All you need is a little bacon or a little sausage for them. Get all these little pieces in here. This is all in different layers. Get rid of all this cream cheese. There, we got it. Put this back here. And then the next layer is your apples. I have cubed, this is just a little bit over a cup. It's 1 apple and about 1/4. So it made a little bit more than a cup. And you cube that and you put that over the top. Next layer, and they're peeled and cored. And I used a Jonathan, 1 whole Jonathan, because they're a little bit tart and they're very good for baking. And then I used 1/4 of a Gala. Our Galas are very nice right now. They're sweet and just really good. Okay, then your next layer is, you take the other half of that loaf of bread, which I have right here. It's got the cinnamon all swirled around in it. And you put that on top of that.
Now, Trish asks, should the cream cheese only be on top of the bread? I'm not sure what she means by that, but...
Yes, that's what the recipe calls for. You put it in layers. And I will show you, I made one this morning. I had it in the refrigerator probably about, well, 4 or 5 hours. And I just took it out of the oven, and you will see what, you can see the little chunks of cream cheese around there. Okay, now you just kind of press this in. Now the next step is you take 6 eggs. Okay, so my little pullets are laying eggs. So I have one in there already. And I always like to break them into a cup and then pour them in there, just in case.
Now I was standing here thinking something that might be good to add would be maybe some chopped pecans.
Oh, that would really set it off.
That would sound good with the chopped pecans.
And we have plenty of those, because we have chopped pecans for our pies and some of our breads. So 4. I just gathered these yesterday evening, so they are nice and fresh. And I have a couple white chickens that are laying these white eggs. The rest of them are all brown. Since they're so small, I think I will use 1 extra egg.
And look at how yellow those yolks are from good fresh eggs.
Yes, they are just really, really good. Something in this one. I'll scoop that little thing out. I don't know what it is in there. Okay, then you beat these eggs up really, really good. Make them nice and fluffy. Okay, now you take it's 1.5 cups of half and half. I mean, this thing is going to be nice and real tasty. So I've already measured this 1.5 cups of half and half. You pour that in with the eggs and beat it a little bit more. Kind of lightens it all up. And then 6 tablespoons of butter. You know, butter makes everything better. Get all that butter in there. Mix it some more. And then, of all things, it calls for 1/4 cup of maple syrup. And this maple syrup we're selling this year is very, very tasty. So it's a family business. So we'll put 1/4 cup of syrup in there. Pure maple syrup. Beat it a little bit more. So that is your topping to pour over this whole casserole. So kind of give it a little bit of even all the way around there. So you can set this in the fridge for 2 hours or 24 hours. And then it says you can put a piece of plastic, like saran wrap or something over it, and you want to press this down so this bread is all soaked up. I did not have a piece of saran right handy, so I'm just using this spatula. Same. Put that in there so that it's all soaked up real good. And then that cream cheese and all that just melts right all together. So I'm going to let this set overnight. Tomorrow morning I'm going to come down so our employees can all get a little taste of this casserole in the morning. But this is the one that I just took out of the oven. It is still warm. So I'm sure there are some employees that want to taste this right now.
And you can see how those little chunks of cream cheese kind of popped up in some places. So, and it probably doesn't matter as far as how you put the cream cheese and everything on there, just as long as the bread is on the bottom, right, Grandma?
Yes. And see, some of these, you think they're cream cheese and they're little chunks of apple.
Oh, yeah.
So,
okay.
That's it. And
we will post a picture of that recipe because I don't think that's done, so we'll do that.
Here is another thing that we are selling in the market are these apple almond French toast mix and the blueberry French toast mix. So what you do is just you mix this with a little bit of water, a half a cup of mix to a third a cup or a fourth of or half a cup of water until it's smooth, and then you dip you can dip your bread in there. Put it in the skillet and make French toast.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah. Gives it a little apple flavor or blueberry flavor.
Now, do you have other syrup flavors there, Grandma?
Yes, we do. This one is vanilla bean infused, and it has a vanilla bean in it. And this one is bourbon barrel aged.
Okay.
And they're selling very well, our syrups, from this young man that had these.
Yeah, he was in the other day, brought us some more syrups.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Yep.
Very good.
All right. Well, thanks again, everybody, for watching, and we'll think of another tasty recipe to come up with for next week.
Bye-bye.